This is the part I've not been looking forward to.
You can't be too upset about it.
Nah, I was, and I still am a bit, cause it's like how the Arsenal game was for you, where it's
Yeah.
like it's right there, it's right there, and the difference is they were so beatable. Like City are like one of those dominant teams that it's like holy shit. Like even being in the game against them is kind of an accomplishment to an extent. This Michigan team is not the same Michigan team it was last year. So yeah, fucking getting right into it. USC.
Michigan.
Fuck, dude.
Detroit way.
I really. Yeah, I'll hit you if you do that shit today. Last week it was cool as whatever. It was funny. Don't do that shit right now. That's not cool. That has pissed me off now. Cause, dude.
Bro, but you can't really blame it because, bro, I don't know much about football, but what I was watching, the defense had that shit locked down, bro. How much sacks did they get in that
The
game?
defense looked. So it started rough. Like, first quarter, rough. They were running all over us. We were looking like, oh shit. This USC team is the same team as last year. Bum ass defense. We're washed. It's cooked. No disrespect to any of the players, but fucking dude, it was tough last year. Then all of a sudden we lock the fuck in. We start coming back. Miller's slinging that shit. We're looking good. Then we throw a pick six and the momentum kind of peters out and it starts to even out the game and everything. And yeah, that last drive, dude, like that was where we needed to see that new and improved defense step up and make that big statement play that like sends a message to the whole country that like we are a new team this season, and it just didn't happen. I mean, it was like you said, like there is a lot of positives you can take from the performance overall, cuz like as much as it's a new team, there is a lot of carryover still from the team that literally won the national championship last season. And so to play them that well away from home, it's our first ever game in the Big Ten. Like, there was a lot riding on that performance, and to pull up and at least show a good performance, you could be happy with that to an extent. It is just frustrating because it was right fucking there. Their quarterback, dude, the Michigan quarterback, like, again, no disrespect, but fuck. This guy can't throw the ball. He's not a quarterback. That was rough. It's like a running back playing quarterback. All he wanted to do was run the ball. And I mean, look, fair enough. I know that's Michigan football, but damn, like, the fact that we lost to that fucking team playing that bullshit, bro, without even a quarterback, that was rough, dude. That was rough. I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed after that game. I was fucking upset. That's when I realized, like, this USC team I really had bought in this season.
That you guys were gonna do something here.
Because that shit hit me like it was a fucking, like it was a Man United game. That shit hit me in my heart, bro. I was upset.
Just who was mad about the shit I was saying today, bro. You were wanting to beat my ass the other week, too.
Bro, like, I really thought that, yeah, like, that we were gonna make some serious noise with this win. And, like, look, by no means is the season over because a lot of the Big Ten has looked shaky at points. And so I think that if we lock in from here on out, there's still a very real chance that we get into the playoffs and have a shot at doing something special. But what we've shown here is that, like, we can blow shit. Like, we're not incapable of losing to, like, maybe not the best teams.
Yeah.
So that's a little rough, bro. But, like, fuck, it's still early. I'm trying not to overreact too much. The shit I wrote on this topic list is funny as hell.
Let me see what you read.
Fucking, I just said USC with a heartbreak. And fuck Michigan on God. Bum ass quarterback can't throw shit.
Yep.
That's how I was feeling.
That's how you feel,
That's
bro.
how I was feeling. That's how I'm. Hey, man. Fuck, man. Annoying ass loss.
That was a tough loss, bro.
Annoying ass
Close.
loss. Annoying ass. Close game.
But tough ass loss.
Tough ass loss. Fuck, man. I think we got Wisconsin this weekend.
How good are
SC.
Wisconsin doing?
Decent. It's another tough test in the Big Ten. It's a conference game, so it matters for sure. And it's, they're a tough program. They don't got much in Wisconsin.
They're into a program.
It's up north. It's snowy. It's cold, and they hit hard, and they don't give a fuck about nothing but cheese and ball, brother.
Oh, it's a program, me.
Hell yeah. I'm excited to hopefully see a bounce back, but fuck, dude, that shit definitely. I'll say this: the one last note I wanted to hit on, that pick six that Miller Moss threw. Tough, but like, Will Johnson is one hell of a player, dude. The Michigan cornerback that picked that shit off, that dude's gonna be playing NFL football next season. He is a fucking dog. So like, when you give up a play like that, I was literally watching it with my girlfriend, and I'm like trying to help her understand football a bit more. It's like the very stereotypical mansplaining situation, and I'm like, she was like all like, oh my god, like can't believe that, like she's all like crazy, like upset because she knows I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah.
And I'm telling her like, look, like when it's a dude like that, like I'm trying to explain how good he is and shit, and I'm like, look, like elite players are gonna do elite things. You gotta chalk that one. Like if I'm trying to talk to Miller Moss, if I'm his quarterback coach, I'm going up and I'm like, dude, like, you just next play. Just get that shit out your head. Cause it wasn't even the worst read. It wasn't the worst throw. It's just a great player making a great play. That's gonna happen. But yeah, man, fuck Michigan.
Crazy.
Fuck that shit, bro.
Crazy game.
It's weird, like, being in the Big Ten. Like, my whole life, I've grown up on USC football. My dad was such a diehard fan. The shit was bred into me. And so I've grown up like, fuck UCLA, fuck Stanford, fuck Cal. Like, fuck Arizona State. Like,
fuck Miami.
Fuck Washington. Like, all the Washington State. Like, all the... Nah, see, like, that's the thing. We would never give a fuck about Miami because, like, that's not our conference. We don't, like... I was worried mostly as a kid about the West Coast schools, the Pac-12 schools, the original, like when I was a kid it was the Pac-10. That's how I feel like a unk when I say that shit. So I saw the Pac-10 become the Pac-12, but fucking it's just weird now that like all that like animosity I had for those like other Pac-12 schools, now it's like for Michigan and Ohio State and fucking like Nebraska and like these fucking real serious Big Ten schools that like play just a different type of football. And it's like, shit, man, these teams are pretty good, man. Even the teams that aren't that good are pretty good. So shit, we'll see how we continue to adapt. Shout out to Colorado versus Baylor.
That was a crazy
fucking
game.
Early contender for game of the year. That Hail Mary, dude, at the end of the game, Shedeur Sanders, man. He's impressive. He is impressive.
He's securing his NFL contract for sure.
I think that, yeah, he's going to make a roster 100%. If he's going to cut it in the league, we'll see, because it's such a weird situation to try and evaluate, because he's not on the most well-rounded team. Like, his offensive line isn't the best. His defense isn't the best.
He's making him look good, though.
And he's not playing against the top-level comp. That's another problem with playing at Colorado is...
They're playing Colorado State right now, no? They play Colorado State right now?
Yeah. You're saying, like, the upcoming game they have?
No, the past game they just had right now.
No, they played Baylor this last game.
Baylor.
Yeah, they played Baylor, yeah.
They probably play Colorado State right now.
Nah, they played them already, I'm pretty sure, earlier this season. Nah, yeah, they took care of that shit already earlier this season. They beat the shit out of it. But that's kind of my point is, like, Colorado State's not that great of a team. Baylor, not that great of a team this season. Like, so that's why it's going to be tough to evaluate how good Shedeur is going to be at the next level, because it's tough when they're not going against the best colleges week in, week out. So it'll be interesting, but he definitely has, like, just raw talent that is undeniable. Like, that Hail Mary, the fact that he's backpedaling, like, normally, for a scrambling quarterback, you've probably realized this when you play in the fucking game. When you on the run and you trying to make a throw, you want to be running to the direction where your arm is the backside. And so, like, for me, I throw with my left hand. I never played fucking quarterback. I probably should have. I'm a dog. But I would be wanting to run to the left so that my left arm is in the back and it gives you that natural throwing motion. For you, right-handed, same thing, but to the right side. So for Shador, he's scrambling to the left, which is like the opposite side you ideally want to be, because he's now having to like find all, so he's getting like no power from his lower body because all that shit's opposite momentum. It's all coming from the arm basically. Like it's a ridiculous throw. The fucking mechanics on that shit is stupid. He's a fucking ridiculous quarterback, dude. Like he does some really special shit. This Colorado team, like, yes, they're not gonna win the national championship. They're not gonna contend at like the highest level, but they're fucking box office, dude. Like they're just an exciting ass team, and you gotta love it, man. Like the ride that they're gonna take us on as fans is gonna be really exciting. The last thing I wanted to cover in the college landscape is there is a fucking big time game this weekend in the SEC. I don't think you're aware of this.
Is it with the Longhorns?
No. It involves your team on College Football 25. The Georgia Bulldogs.
Who?
Alabama. Normally, they do not play each other this early in the season.
Bama Blitz.
This is something that would happen towards the end of the season because it's such a massive game. Dude, this is going to be huge. Fireworks. Fucking Bama versus Georgia.
Isn't the Longhorns playing Ohio State too?
I don't think so, no.
I heard there's another big game. That's why I was like trying to guess.
Texas schedule. No, they got Mississippi State. Yeah. And Ohio State. I don't think they have anything crazy this weekend. They have Michigan State, which is like a decent game. No, I didn't see anything else that was like too big a games.
Look at the MTA schedule, bitch.
Bro, I just closed the whole thing.
Shut your bitch ass up. Stop complaining.
I'm about to open all this shit back up, bro. That's hilarious. Bro, you don't know shit. You don't know shit about shit. You don't know nothing about dog.
What, bro?
You don't know nothing about dog. Bro's really geeked for that Virginia Tech Miami game.
Fuck yeah, man.
BYU Baylor, brother.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know, Chief.
Texas A&M versus who?
Arkansas.
Nice, brother. Never mind.
I was gonna say, like, I looked at the schedule earlier. I didn't see the banger after banger after banger you were talking about, Seamus. You're crazy.
Hey, fuck it. That was a college football fan too now.
For real, bro. I feel like you guys know probably about the same, considering this. Nah, I mean, some decent shit in here. Some decent shit. Nothing crazy. Ohio State versus Texas. I don't even think that's on the schedule this season. That would be crazy as hell. Louisville and Notre Dame is a decent one. But yeah, nothing too crazy. Besides, obviously, that heavyweight SEC matchup. There was some decent shit in the NFL. It was a weird week overall.
Yeah.
I didn't see the Giants beating the Browns. I didn't see the Packers being so dominant with their backup quarterback in there. I definitely didn't see the Vikings beating the fucking shit out of the Texans. I did not see the Panthers coming out with Andy Dalton coming off the couch, literally wasn't playing football at all this season yet, coming out and stomping out the Raiders. There was a lot of weird shit. Obviously, the Rams getting the dub against the Niners.
That was a good clutch win.
That was a huge win for me as a Rams fan. Us as Rams fans here. But fucking, dude, definitely unexpected. And then it all finished off with the fucking commies beating the Bengals.
The commies.
The commies, dude. The commies.
I'm not going to say the other team name that they used to have.
That was the old name.
That's the old now.
They're
That's
the
old
Commanders.
company.
They're the Commanders. The commies.
The commies, bro.
The commies. Fucking yeah, just a wild weekend in the NFL, man.
How do your parlays feel, bro?
Cooked. Cooked them, man. Absolutely deep fried, man.
Hey, man.
It was a tough weekend for all of that shit. I think all fantasy players, all gamblers, it was not fun times, man. It's been a tough season to predict so far because a lot of teams' defenses are just stepping up out of nowhere. A lot of quarterbacks are having big games out of nowhere that you wouldn't really expect.
Aaron Rodgers over or under on rushing yards.
And that's always a tough call. It's a tough call. You never know.
7.5 yards. Over or under? Would you hit that?
7.5 under. That's a lot.
You would hit under for 7.5.
I think the line I saw that they have right now is 1.5. Yeah. So I mean, if it's 7, I'm taking the under. I think.
That's how he fucking hit that shit hella hard the other game.
No, he did. Yeah, he did. And I mean, yeah, we'll see if that's a actual trend that continues going forward. It was definitely. It felt like he was trying to make a statement last game and like really show some running ability to show that he's healthy now. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's still so early, so I feel like it's tough. You don't want to overreact to anything super crazy. I'm going to be honest. The fact that the Chiefs haven't looked like the same Chiefs that we were used to seeing, like they haven't been so dominant, but then they're still 3-0. That's pretty crazy to me. Obviously, yeah, like I said, the Rams, bro. I was super hyped up on that shit. That a last-minute late game win, dude. It was unbelievable. Honestly, early on in the game, when we go down a couple touchdowns in the first quarter,
that shit was tough.
I'm thinking we're cooked. I'm thinking we are cooked. And the comeback was amazing. Dolphins are fucking fried, dude. Like, they're down to, like, who knows. I saw that the backup quarterback that they have replacing Tua right now is also potentially going to be out this next week with an injury. So, like, no one even knows who's going to be throwing the football for the Dolphins on Sunday. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe the backup is going to be healthy, but
Eigeles. Eagles!
I was waiting. Yeah, I knew that was obviously going to be a big one. Dude, the comeback was huge. I feel like people were scared, man. Shit was looking ugly at times. There was definitely some conversations that I saw online about Jalen, about the coaching, really. I saw a lot of people saying maybe Nick Sirianni is not the dude that we all thought he was. But the fact that there's this much controversy, this much people upset, and y'all still got the win.
Good win against the Saints.
These are the and yeah, the Saints have looked really fucking good this season, and y'all got the win on the road. So, I mean, overall, you got to say that's a solid weekend for you guys. I think right now what's happening is we're starting to see storylines develop. So, like, the Eagles have done well so far, but question marks around some players and the coaching staff there.
No offensive
line. The Chiefs, we're looking at, is Kelsey still the guy? What's going on with Mahomes and that whole relationship there? Are the Chiefs still really the Chiefs? The Bills have looked really good so far. Is that going to continue to be the case?
Kelsey. That was not been cooking, bro.
That's kind of what I'm saying, is that, like, it's so early in the season that you don't want to overreact.
That's why he's been an under god so far.
And with a player like him who's been so good throughout his career, you never want to count him out. But that's why I'm saying is, like, now we're starting to get some real confirmation of, like, these are the things we need to keep an eye on. And that Kelsey situation is definitely one of the main things that, like, has developed over the first few weeks of the season. And now we're definitely in a spot where, like, over the next couple games,
to start showing up.
And if he doesn't, then it becomes, like, an actual conversation. I think just because we're so early, it's, like, one of those situations where you try not to overreact. But at the same time, you got to look at what these teams are showing you and take that shit into consideration. Like, the Jags is another one. Like I mentioned, the Bills
The
Looked
Jags are
good. We'll see.
garbage, bro.
The
Fuck.
Jags look really fucking rough so
They're
far.
garbage, bro.
They just paid all this money to Trevor Lawrence, and it's starting to look like maybe that wasn't the best decision.
That is a crazy fucking story, bro.
It's an interesting team that we need to keep our eyes on, because despite the fact that it looks so bad, like if they bounce back, who knows? Who knows? So I'll say this: it's definitely been an interesting ass start to the season.
Big motherfucking Masuda.
I'm very, very, very curious to see over the next couple weeks what storylines kind of solidify themselves as being like, this is actually who this team is, versus what teams can kind of change course and figure out who they're at. It's a very interesting time in the season where teams are really establishing what their identity is going to be for the rest of the year. I'm just taking a look at the schedule we have coming up this week. Another rough Thursday night football game, Cowboys-Giants. I'm not expecting the most high-level football to be played on that. I'm going to be honest.
The Giants are shit, right?
Yeah, the Giants stink pretty bad, and the Cowboys don't even look that great, so we'll see. It's just, I don't think, going to be the cleanest game of football ever. Decent defenses, but won't be too explosive, probably. Rams and Bears will be like pulling at my heartstrings, because obviously I'm a Rams fan through and through, but god damn, Caleb, dude, is my
Williams,
boy.
But he's been doing garbage, so how do you feel about that?
He hasn't been doing garbage. He hasn't been lighting it up, but he had a solid performance this last week against the Colts. Again, like, bro, early. Like, the O-line he's playing behind is not performing very well, and that's kind of it. Like, if you don't have time to throw the ball, you can't throw the ball. It doesn't matter if you're fucking Tom Brady. So that's one thing that we'll just have to see if that improves throughout the season. But, like, I'm not... There's no panicking happening yet. I think that would be a massive overreaction 3 games into the guy's career. Packers-Vikings might be a decent game. We'll see.
Steelers might stomp on the Colts.
Probably, yeah, I ain't even gonna lie, probably. Same thing, Texas probably gonna fuck up the Jaguars. I'm trying to see if there's just any banger games. You said what?
Who's the Eagles playing? Score up.
Oh, the Buccaneers. That's a decent game. That actually might be a sneaky good game, because Baker's been playing some ball this season for the Buccaneers. He's a decent little quarterback, man. I kind of fuck with that fool.
New Brady?
Nah. I don't think it's that. But he's a good player, though. He's a good player. He's got that fucking dog in him. I respect that.
Patriots, Niners.
If this was like 10 years ago, that should be lit. Damn, man. Yeah, nothing. Bills Ravens on Sunday night is actually a really good game. So hopefully prime time will deliver.
Chiefs Chargers is gonna be pretty cool still.
I just don't think the Chargers got it in them to compete in that. I'm gonna be honest. They've been okay, but I think the Chiefs take care of that pretty decently. You know what might be a sneaky good game is Cardinals-Commanders.
You think?
Yeah.
With the form the Commanders are in right now?
And the Cardinals been playing some good ball this season too. And Kyler Murray, I don't think you know too much about him for the Cardinals, but he's another one of those like really fast, dynamic quarterbacks, makes really cool plays. He's just really exciting to watch. And then the Commanders got Jaden Daniels, who's like the same thing. So I just feel like they both got really exciting teams, really exciting quarterbacks, and they've both been better than expected so far this season. So like one team is going to walk away from that game feeling like, damn, we're a lot better than we expected this season. And one team's going to walk away feeling like, oh, it's the same old bullshit. So that's just an interesting one that I think will kind of determine the vibe of either team early on in the season. And then Monday we got another doubleheader, Titans-Dolphins. That's going to be a stinker. That's going to be a bad game of football. And Seahawks-Lions will be actually pretty good. So at least we have that. It'll be probably a repeat of last week. And maybe it'll be the same thing as that happened last week where I expected, what was the other game besides the Commanders and Bengals? It was the Jaguars and the Bills. See, I thought that Jaguars-Bills game might be decent and the Commanders-Bengals game wasn't going to be that interesting, and it ended up being the opposite. I'm curious if it'll be the same this week, where I expect the Seahawks-Lions game to deliver and the Titans Dolphins to be kind of trash. We'll see if it's the
Okay.
opposite again. That'll be funny to keep track of. But yeah, still super early, so I don't want to spend too much time dragging it out. But yeah, man, football.
Fucking football, bro.
Fucking football. I'll tackle you right now, bro.
It's been interesting, bro. I've been keeping up and watching it, bro.
I know I'm been impressed. You actually been invested for sure. It's fucking. I think it's an exciting season to get into it. The college shit's been lit so far. The NFL's in an interesting spot. So, football's lit right now. Fuck it. Fuck you, bro.
I still fuck you up in fucking college football, bro.
Okay. Okay. We'll see about that. We'll have to do a wager match one day.
Fuck, you crazy, bro.
That'd be lit, bro.
That'd be crazy, bro.
That'd be lit.
On FIFA, yeah.
Nah, fuck it. Not a wager match, a forfeit match. Where it's like every touchdown someone scores on you or some shit, you gotta take a shot or something.
Alright.
That'd be lit. That'd be a good video. Damn. Alright, nah. We gotta stop teasing people because the gaming content, that would be lit, bruh. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. That'd be crazy shit. That'd be crazy shit. Fuck, bro. Well, shit. We'll keep our eyes on the football landscape as we do over here. As my dog continues to fall in love with the beautiful game, the beautiful American game.
American football.
It's what we got over here. You know, I understand that we grew up as fucking with the other football. The football that most of the world acknowledges as football.
Nothing like a Sunday night.
But you know, it's just when you're waiting all day, for Sunday night, and then she comes on the TV, and she says it, waiting all day. It's different. When you wake up in the morning, and it's my fucking dog Scott Hansen, and he said 7 hours. Commercial-free football. Oh, fucking good times. Good times.
This is copyrighted by the NFL.
Good. Hey, fuck it. Y'all got it. I'm not stealing.
I'll be bootlegging some shit.
Call the police.